KGUN-9 on your side at 5 starts now.
Good evening and thanks for joining us. I'm Guy Atchley.
I'm Whitney Clark. Stella is on maternity leave. 18 days. The clock is ticking for both presidential candidates as we get closer to Election Day, both of them in battleground states today. Donald Trump rallied in Pennsylvania and North Carolina, where he told supporters what he thinks about President Obama and the First Lady campaigning for Hillary Clinton.
We have a bunch of babies running our country, folks. We have a bunch of losers. They're losers, they're babies. We have a president, all he wants to do is campaign. His wife, all she wants to do is campaign. And I see how much his wife likes Hillary. But wasn't she the one that originally started the statement, if you can't take care of your home, right? You can't take care of the White House or the country? Where's that? I don't hear that.
Trump also hit his Democratic rival over the latest batch of emails released by WikiLeaks. He accused Clinton of engaging in pay-for-play schemes involving the Clinton Foundation while she was Secretary of State.
Now from WikiLeaks, we've just learned she tried to get $12 million from the King of Morocco for an appearance. More pay for play. That's why I'm proposing a passage of ethics reforms to make our government honest once again.
The event Clinton was asked to attend took place last year. Clinton ended up not attending. Her campaign has yet to comment on the latest email release.
Vice President Joe Biden campaigned for Hillary Clinton today at a rally in Pennsylvania where he got fired up talking about Donald Trump.
I have not wanted to get into, if you notice in the national press, talking about Trump's behavior, his personal behavior. But what he said he did and does is a textbook definition of sexual assault. And think about this. But it's more than that. He said, because I'm famous, because I'm a star, because I'm a billionaire, I can do things other people can't. What a disgusting assertion for anyone to make. The press always asks me, don't I wish I were debating him? No, I wish we were in high school, I could take him behind the gym. That's what I wish.
Biden told the crowd that Trump's behavior has been so outrageous, the media is focusing on that instead of policies that really matter to Americans. Well, you can hear more from the candidates on our weekly political show, The Race. You can stay on top of the election with an in-depth look at the issues and latest poll numbers. The Race airs Sunday nights at 10:35 on KGUN-9.
The FBI and Department of Homeland Security are investigating a massive cyber attack that knocked out Twitter, Airbnb, Spotify, Netflix, and several other popular sites. This kind of attack is supposed to overwhelm websites with so much traffic that it affects normal service. It's not immediately clear who's behind the attack. Most of the websites were working again after a few hours, but there have been more sporadic outages reported throughout the day. The now young woman at the center of a custody battle 16 years ago took the stand late today. Her father on trial for her mother's murder, her grandmother, and another woman. The little girl that David Watson and Linda Watson fought over in court was in court again this afternoon. KGUN-9 on your sides, Priscilla Casper was there, joining us from outside the courthouse.
Good evening, Guy. Yeah, Jordan Watson is now 20 years old as she takes the stand. Now, at the time of her mother's disappearance, she was only 4 years old. The prosecutor asked her questions today if she remembers anything from that day or any conversations her and her father had regarding her mother's disappearance.
I mean, I'm just curious. So your mom, Linda, is not around at some point in time. I mean, are there discussions going on about where she might be and things like that?
I don't really remember if there were, at least with me. I don't really recall.
Can you recall
Prosecutor Nicole Green played a video of 7-year-old Jordan Watson being questioned by a sheriff's detective the day after her grandmother Marilyn Cox was killed. Now in the video, Jordan Watson says she spent that day with both her grandmothers, and Marilyn Cox dropped her off at home later that day. She says David Watson was home in the backyard, but she didn't actually see him until after she was in bed. Now Jordan Watson in the video at 7 years old, she said that she saw her father come up into her room, and he said he wished her good night, and that was the normal thing. He usually did that, so she saw nothing unusual with that. Reporting at the Superior Courthouse, Priscilla Casper, KGUN-9 on your side.
Thanks, Priscilla. A suspected drunk driver left behind a lot of damage at a Midtown Circle K when he crashed into the store. It happened at Fort Lowell in Alvernon early this morning. Take a look at all the glass that was left on the floor and the displays that were knocked over. You saw a bit of that just there. Now, police say no one was hurt and the store is still open for business. A Phoenix Circle K became a homicide scene this morning. Police believe it started as a road rage incident. Two men pulled into the convenience store's parking lot when one of them pulled out a pellet gun and started hitting the other man with it. The men wrestled on the ground before the passenger in one of the cars ran them over. One of the men died. The other has serious injuries. The woman who ran them over says she did it to end the fight. She's facing DUI and murder charges.
Pima Community College is looking for the man who tried to abduct a woman from the West Campus. The incident happened yesterday afternoon when a black man with a cornrow hairstyle tried but failed to force a woman into his car. The car is a small gray vehicle with tinted windows. Despite the attack, students say they are pleased with PCC security.
It's pretty scary. I mean, anybody who is assaulted that way should be scared. But I think security here is great. The police are always coming around, and they have an extension you can call, and they give out those emails really quickly. I received that.
A few minutes after the incident, the college sent warnings by text message and sent email warnings as well.
Another warm day here in southern Arizona.
Any changes for the weekend? Kyler Diggs is in for Chief Meteorologist Aaron Christensen.
Yeah, can you believe it? Yes, there are changes in the weekend. I haven't been able to say that very often lately, but one change we got today was a welcome change. That wind finally settled down this afternoon as we expected it would. And right now you don't see a lot of movement on those palm trees, so that's kind of a good thing right there. But we are seeing quite a bit of blue sky, but a little bit of haze and dust left over in the air from all of that wind that we had over the last 24 hours. Right now, 94 degrees at the Tucson International Airport, 36 degrees on the dew point, 13% humidity. Atmosphere is still pretty dry. We're going to change that, though, over the weekend. Here's a look at the current wind speeds across southeastern Arizona, and looking pretty good there, anywhere in the 5 to 10 mile an hour range. Temperatures right now, 77 in Wilcox, a little bit cooler there, 81 in Safford, 87 in Oracle, and 96 degrees in Phoenix. We do have more warm air on the way, but it's going to come with a chance of showers. We'll let you know where and when in the forecast.
Thanks, Kyler. Tens of millions of cars are part of the Takata airbag recall, but the problem may not be fixed for a while. Hear from an expert about how long it will take to replace all of those faulty airbags.
And later, how a Tucson nonprofit is helping people realize their dreams one home at a time. You're watching KGUN-9 on your side.